Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Florencia Mena from Flow with Flow. This month of May, we're talking about mental health awareness. And this is an amazing month for all of us to connect and understand the importance on how our mind is such an important part of our well-being, and also ways how we can support each other with using energy healing tips. Today, I was inspired of talking about body dysmorphic disorder, or BDD, or is known as body dysmorphia, and it's a mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws of their appearance, and their flaws are often unnoticeable for other people, but for them are haunting. And usually we have seen this throughout the ages on people that are usually on their teens and young adults, but now it has been generalized. And I am here to tell you that it happened a lot in my life since I can remember. And it came from my closest adults, who were pretty much women, all of them, most of them. And how it came was because they were always on a diet or making any comment related to my body. I was a very thin child. I was really skinny, also very tall. And I was bullied a lot. They made a lot of jokes about how thin I was. I was called, let me see how I put it. In Spanish, it's called patas de canario, or canary legs. I was always made remarks about how thin my hair was, how my legs were so skinny, how my eyes were so big, and especially about my nose, how it was pointed down and how it resembled my dad. Hello, DNA, right? And this all came from my women. I was surrounded by my grandmother, my mother, and 3 of my mother's sisters, who were all women. The men only came from my father's side, who was divorced from my mother when I was 3, my grandfather, who divorced my grandmother when I was 3, and also my 2 aunts who married 2 male from other families. Both of them were different from my grandfather and my father, right? So they did have a very good example for me when it came to not really making fun of my body. They never mentioned anything, maybe one of them, but it was not in a negative way. And I did develop a body dysmorphia. And up to this day, I was telling my husband how much I realized I had a wonderful body 2 years ago, right? And now that I have been experiencing this adrenal fatigue situation in which I have gained weight, I've been more aware on how my body dysmorphia has worked throughout my life. I saw my body through a hate mirror for years and decades. And right now that I'm honoring and respecting my body and what has my body done to survive all these years, so much trauma, so much abuse, and so much hate coming from me, I now understand where it came from. It came from a hate mirror, also from my parents, right? Not my parents, but my adults around me, right? For those who have not experienced this, it's definitely something that harms you a lot. And I am not blaming it on anyone. Yet I do think that it's very important that we start normalizing a healthy body, let's say functionality conversation, over how it's seen, right? Families should start understanding the importance of explaining what our body does and why it's so important that we keep it healthy. Actually, our body tells us more about who our ancestors are from a energetic standpoint, and the healing part of understanding how it works is really something that we need to work and heal and understand. Just seeing our body through how it looks is going to tell us a lot of stories about what people are expecting, depending on their stories. But how we look and how our body is built and how it works, it tells us a lot of what our ancestors did in the past to survive. So whenever our body needs to survive, it's going to respond more to that particular story, right? In a subconscious way. So whenever you come into peace of how your body works and why, and understanding the story that it's underlying those situations that you're experiencing, the heavy weight or the color of your skin or the features that you have, you will understand that your body is a perfect reflection of habits, activities, and even as I was saying, what our ancestors did to survive, where they came from, what they did to bring food to their families, right? And the areas where they developed, if we understand that we come from maybe France or from Slavic, I don't know, it will tell us a lot of more stories. Now, when it comes to the energetic part, I will make a lot of reference when we're working on a one-on-one environment about epigenetics. Epigenetics is basically the environmental information that our bodies, through our cells, start gathering so they can understand what to pass on to the next generations. Just put it simple, right? This is something that happens in everyone. So whenever we understand what happened in our mothers and great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers, what they did to live, how they were fed, what they were doing, everything, we will understand so much about where are we coming from. And when we understand that, when we start looking for the root causes and in a more understanding on what is our body telling us, right, we will definitely feel a connection that we can heal. And that's what I'm gonna do today. We're gonna heal that message of our body, right? What is the narrative that comes to your mind every time you look yourself in the mirror? So I want you to close your eyes just for a moment, for a minute. I want you to close your eyes and see yourself, watching yourself in a mirror. What do you see? How do you feel to see your reflection in that mirror? I want you to breathe, and I want you to connect with that image through your mind's eye. What part of you becomes tense? What part of you becomes painful? What is it that you hate so much about yourself? Is it your nose? Like so many years, I hated my nose so much because it was a cause for my family to remember that I remember them. I resembled to someone that they didn't like. That was my father. I'm not blaming on my mom. I'm just telling you what happened. Now, look at yourself in the mirror and tell me, or tell yourself, what happened in your body? What is happening to you when you see yourself? Who are you remembering? Are you remembering someone you don't like? Are you seeing a version of yourself that you vowed never to see in that mirror? Someone who is overweight, someone that is like their father, their mother, someone that they have a painful story with. And just for a moment, I want you to connect with that feeling. That feeling is going to connect to a seed moment, a moment that was engraved in your past and that keeps coming back to you every time that you see yourself in the mirror. And with that story, we're going to tap to forgive ourselves for hating what I'm looking at in the mirror. You're just going to honor everything you're feeling, because everything you're feeling is a message that we need to understand and we need to release. So we're not going to focus right now on what psychology says, what medicine says. We're going to talk about energy. And energy is a message. It's a message that comes from emotion in movement. Emotion. Energy in movement. Energy in motion. How has that energy moved throughout centuries, generations, and now it's come to you in this narrative about how do you need to see yourself, what is important for you to know, what's your body telling you through your weight. All right? Now, this is not time to feel guilty. What we need to release, what we want to release is actually that shame and that guilt that you're feeling by looking yourself in the mirror and not liking what you like. Once again, we're not here to shame on our parents for telling us what they tell us, from shaming our grandparents and our aunts and our siblings for telling us mean things. We're here to heal and release. So once again, we're going to come back to one of my favorite tools, which is the tapping EFT technique. And you're going to follow my lead. We're going to start with the karate chop. We're going to tap slightly. The karate chop is that place between your wrist and your pinky finger, okay? You're going to tap. Not all EFT practitioners use this one, but I love it. And you're going to repeat after me. Even though I had been seeing my body through hate and a lot of dysmorphia, today I truly love and accept myself completely. Even though I have been experiencing some body shaming in my head, today I love and accept myself completely. Even though I have been shaming myself for the body I have for years, today I love and accept myself completely. We're going to tap on our crown. Body shame. I've been very shamed about my body. I see all the flaws. Everything I hate, I see it in the mirror. All the features, all the ways I don't like my body, I'm looking at in the mirror every day. Those arms, those legs, all that weight, all so skinny, everything so fat, everything so imperfect. Just like my mother, just like my father, just like my parents, just like that person I hate. So terrible. I just hate it. And I'm losing so much by being who I am, by looking how I look. I've lost friends. I've lost respect. I've lost family. I've lost opportunities because I am not as thin, or I am not as whatever constitution you may need, or I'm not as muscular, or I'm not as strong, or maybe a part of my body is not as big as people expect. I hate it. I just hate how I look. I don't like my body. For years, I have not liked it. And I've been telling this to myself every single day. It is painful to see myself how I look in the mirror. It is very painful because it cost me so much. I have lost so much. And I'm so young. I have lost so many things. So many friends. So many boys or girls. I just hate how I look. My body is so imperfect. Nothing fits me. I really don't like my body. And even though I exercise so much, even though I take my shakes, even though I'm always on a diet, it never seems to work. I hate my body. I don't like my body. And I'm right about this. And I'm never going to let it go. Let's breathe. Now, you might find this a little shocking when I'm telling you about all the things that I hate. But that's exactly how EFT works. What we need is to voice all that hate, everything that we have in our inside about our body, because we just have it there locked. And it's blocking our energy in our body, and our body is resenting it, and we're getting the worst out of it. A body that it's not getting those feelings out is going to feel constrained, it's going to feel stagnant, and it's going to start stagnating in every single day, in every single way. So what do you do right now is that you're going to continue to tap on those points, saying all those hard things that you're feeling about your body until you don't have anything bad to say about your body. Once you don't have anything bad to say about your body and you feel a little less stressed about how you look, and you can breathe and you don't feel that weight on you, we're going to do a positive tapping round that I'm going to show you right now how you can start. Remember that my intention is for you to feel comfortable doing it yourself. And I really hope that you can share with me all your experiences to know how it went. So right now we're going to go back to the karate chop. And what we do is that we tap and we say, even though I used to feel bad about my body, right now I love and accept myself completely. Even though I used to hate my body, right now I love and accept my body completely. Even though I used to have so much pain related to my body, right now I love and accept myself completely. My body is a perfect image of what I do. So right now, I accept and I love myself completely and work in better habits of my mind, of my body, and my soul to support a healthier body. To be willing to work on my body's condition to make it feel better, more comfortable, healthier, happier body. No matter how it looks like, I feel positive about myself. My body needs time to recover. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I will accept all the million possibilities of feeling I have a perfect body for me. Honoring the story behind my body, honoring the story behind my emotions, and honoring the energy that has been locked inside my body for years. I am positive that as I work in my body is going to shift to its best condition, best shape, and 100% perfect health. My body is built to last. And I love my body now. And you're going to breathe in. And you're going to accept those things. It might take some time. It might find some resistance over the days, right? Or through the process. What does resistance look like? Tears, maybe a knot in your throat, maybe something in your chest. But what I recommend is that you drink a lot of water and continue with a lot of love. You can do this until you feel better. Don't do the positive tapping round unless you feel on an intensity of discomfort of 1 or 2 in a scale of 1 to 10. So if your discomfort is 10, you continue tapping with the negative tapping round until you feel on a 1 or 2. And when you're in a 1 or 2, you can go ahead and start vocalizing positive things about your body. I know this is going to help you. I know you were meant to be here with me. And I am so blessed to be the one giving you the good news about how you can shift the love for your body. Remember that mental health is a wonderful tool for us to keep working on ourselves in other stages of our health. And I was so blessed to be with you. I will bring another video in a couple of days. Thank you so much. And remember to share your thoughts in the comments, maybe in social media. Tell me how it goes if you want to know more about this. And I will be more than happy also to work with you. I'm opening now in May my one-on-one containers. I am only 3 spaces left. There are 2 already gone. And there's 1 that it's in the coming. So I might have 2 only left. I am blessed to work with you. So I would love to have you with me. Have a wonderful day and thank you for joining.